Hey, shout out to Switch 2. Came out this week. Did get it. Did get the Switch 2. Shout out.
Wasn't
So
planning
there's
on
John.
buying a Switch 2, but ended up getting one.
Yep. Shout out.
Local store happened to have a couple extras. So
Yep.
See, what's funny is I could have gotten a Switch 2 because I happened to get off at a decent time, and I completely forgot about it. But I happened to go past one of our local GameStops, and I saw people lined up and went, why would they be lined up?
The people trying to buy them that didn't pre-order.
And I racked up my brain and went, the Switch 2's out.
Yep.
I'm good.
Right.
Yeah. I found it at our local Target. Saw they said they had them in stock. I was like, I guess I'll go look. Showed up. They had 3 still in the case, and I was like, now I just have to find someone in this Target who can open this. And man, was that a journey.
I bet it was, brother.
Because it was pretty much like first thing in the morning, right?
It was around noon that I was there.
That's crazy that around noon it was still in stock there.
Yeah, it's like I walked over. I was like, hey, can someone help me? I was like, can you get someone to help me over here? He goes, you want to switch? Went, yeah. He goes, I'll come over.
Yeah, nice. So for both of our pre-orders that we had, we did go to the midnight launch for our local Best Buy. They actually had about like 140 to sell outside of pre-orders.
Dang.
Yeah, so shout out to that. There was so basically with where our Best Buy is, there was one long line going this way towards the Whole Foods, and the pre-order line was the other way. The pre-order line was pretty short compared to the people just trying to buy it.
That makes sense.
But it was overall pretty smooth. Got in and out very quickly. Right at 11 o'clock, they kind of just started moving people in, like groups of 2 at a time, whatever, kind of going and get it. So it went pretty smooth there. And then there was, of course, mine was from Walmart. And as I've said on this show before, Walmart burned the fuck out of me with my PS5. So I was very gun shy with Walmart. But based on what my order status was, it was saying like it was going to be delivered from the store. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I'm going to work local. I'm a territory sales guy, so I can choose where I go. So I'm going to work local that day and pick it up, whatever. I woke up at 6 o'clock, checked my order. It's like, it's going to be ordered in 15 minutes. I'm like, God bless. It's like, all right, let's go. I had that thing before I even went to work. So that was pretty cool. Shout out to Walmart. Although, you know what? I say shout out to Walmart, but fuck our Walmart, because I'm seeing all over Twitter that everyone else's Walmarts gave them free chips and drink. I didn't get shit. I bet my driver stole it. I bet my driver stole my chips and my drink. But I don't know. Either way, shout out to that. But Switch 2 is actually pretty sweet, though.
Weird thing to get upset about.
Everyone else got it, John. I like Pringles. Okay, Pringles are great.
So
would you rather have the Pringles or the Switch 2?
I want both, like everyone else got.
No, you don't get both.
I want both, John, like everyone else got. But no, the Switch 2 is actually pretty impressive. The magnetic Joy-Con thing is pretty cool. I do like that, how it just kind of snaps in. Haven't played a ton of Mario Kart World. That is on hers. We did set up the virtual game card thing, so now the game is currently on my Switch. So that was actually kind of a pain in the ass to get it initially set up. But once it was set up,
I don't know how that works with 2 Switches. It's interesting for if you just have one Switch, because since I buy all my games digitally, your library it just lists all your game cards, and if you want to load the game on your console, that doesn't mean that it's downloaded. It just means that it's there so you can download it. And like in the menu, they have like they basically show the card, and it's either it like if you load it, it actually like pushes it in a little bit and gives it a little blue color to it to show that it's loaded on the console. It's really weird.
Yeah. Like I said, getting it set up was honestly kind of a pain in the ass, at least for us, because like my Switch was the problem.
All I can say to that, John, is explain that to a caveman.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
No, it's terrible.
Yeah. But overall with the Switch 2, I'm pretty impressed so far. Just in terms of like the build quality and everything, because like obviously I was pretty vocal, and a lot of people are pretty vocal on like oh man, why are we going back to LCD? Why didn't we just keep the OLED that you already had the mid gen for, or whatever, for the Switch 1? Honestly, the screen is really nice. Like I can't really tell a difference. Like there was all the the conversation that the screen was really upgraded and stuff, and was even though it was LCD screen, a really solid LCD screen. It is like the screen is actually really nice. I've been playing Cyberpunk on handheld, runs really well. Checked out Pokemon handheld, GameCube handheld, and a few other things. Honestly, runs really well, and then it looks really nice for the screen. For Mario Kart, though, I do want to talk about this. It is just Mario Kart. Look, it's all right. Let me say this: it's a very fun game. Anyone that buys it, they're gonna have a good time, right? Like, let's say you guys come over for like a Halloween party or whatever. We play on some Mario Kart. You guys both are gonna have a fun time. But I'm telling you up front, it's not $80. I can't justify like why did this increase the gaming industry price point? It's not there. Like the free roam stuff. I mean, it's cool. I played it for a little bit last night. There's little challenges you can go do, and riding around the map is very relaxing. I will say that it is a very relaxing experience. So that was nice for me yesterday because I was digging up trees in my yard yesterday. So that was nice to kind of sit down, relax, drive around the map, do some tricks, go do a couple challenges. But like it's one of those things where it's like I saw someone, I think it was actually Beat 'em Ups. I was watching his video on Mario Kart World, and something that he said he kept trying to justify to himself about the $80 price tag is that maybe it's like a Tears of the Kingdom situation where they're withholding something big from you because the depths were completely withheld until the game came out. No one knew about the depths until the game came out. So it's like, maybe it's like that. Maybe that's why it's $80, and maybe there's something else they haven't showed us. And that's not the case. It's just Mario Kart, guys. It's like I've said, based on all the reviews.
I don't know. They withheld the 18-wheeler Rampage.
All right, let's call. Well, that is true. I did do that last night, but that's not $10 upgrade now. Let's calm down, buddy. But like, look, all the progression that we see of the game, like the grinding, the open world elements, and everything, right? Look, that's the natural progression of Mario Kart, in my opinion. Where else are you gonna go? You got to keep in mind, yes, we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch, but what is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? It's a upgraded port of a game that came out on the Wii U in like what, 2013, 2012. Like, we haven't had an actual new Mario Kart, like a real new Mario Kart. Let's not count the mobile game or the little car game, since like 2012. Like, this is the natural next step of the property. And again, I just don't feel like it justifies raising the prices of games across the entire industry. It's fun. It's very, very fun. But it's definitely not $80 fun. That's for sure. I don't know. That's my piece on Mario Kart.
I was gonna say I've mostly just gone back and I've been playing Pokemon Violet when it actually runs well.
It's crazy how well that game runs.
And that's mostly what I've been doing is I'm just traveling to different parts of the map and running around, and still amazed that the game actually runs well because there's parts of the map I didn't spend a lot of time in because, I mean, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
you couldn't see what was happening or anything. I did play a little bit of Soul Calibur 2 the other night. Shout out to the Nintendo online family plan.
Yeah. I texted John. I was like, "Yeah, what's your email?" And he sent it over to me like, "Why?" I was like, "I'm gonna add you to my family plan because I didn't realize I could add 8 people." So go play some GameCube, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to that. I didn't even know. I didn't have my Nintendo Online apparently.
Yeah.
And didn't realize that. And then you said that to me. And I was like, oh. Well, look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Now you can play GameCube. You can go play some N64. You can have a great time.
Yeah, I was looking through it. I mean, GameCube's got 3 things on it now.
And honestly, I swear
there was going to be more.
I swear to God, I thought Path of Radiance was one of the 3. I guess they made like a last-minute swap between Path and F-Zero.
Yeah.
Because I thought F-Zero was supposed to be the 4th game.
It's F-Zero, Wind Waker, and Soul Calibur 2 right now.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
Hey. 3 great games.
So here's my real question. I'll both talk about Mario Kart. Did you pick up Donkey? Oh,
Donkey Kong's not out yet.
Is it not?
No, it's July. If Donkey Kong would have come out day one, that'd have been a lot better for the console launch too. Because
that's what I was thinking. Because that was the only reason I would have picked up a Switch 2 was to do the Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's next month. It's July 17th. Which I do have that pre-order and I will be picking it up. The launch lineup for the Switch 2 it's fine. Because like the biggest thing about the Switch 2 is like it's fine because realistically you're just going back to a lot of games, to see how great they look or how great they run. Like that's what a lot of people are doing.
To be fair, the only games I have installed on my Switch 2 now, I re-downloaded a couple games, and it's just games that I want to go back and play.
Yeah.
That like. My Switch in particular didn't run hardly anything well.
Right.
But so it's like I got a few games that I'm gonna go back and play.
Yeah. And that's kind of the verdict that I've seen online is like, look, anyone that tries to say that the Switch 2 has a phenomenal launch lineup, that's just a delusional take, in my opinion, because it's like, I feel like any new console that comes out, if it has backwards compatibility, yeah, you're going to want maybe go check out some older games to see how great they look. I've definitely done it. But like with the Switch 2, if you're completely leaning on your entire launch catalog being going back and checking other games, then realistically, you don't have a great launch lineup. You got Mario Kart World, great game, phenomenal game, got like a 92, 91 on Metacritic, well deserved, great game, well built game, fantastic. But if that is, I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, yeah, you got Rune Factory, shout out to that. Apparently, it's doing extremely well. Christina's having a blast. And then you just have ports. You got Nintendo Switch 2 edition of both Zeldas on the Switch. You have Cyberpunk port. And there's a few other kind of new games here. They like Fast Fusion, for example, new entry to the Fast franchise. But like, how many like big launch titles do you have? Oh man, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Which also shout out to that. Apparently, that game is a lot deeper than originally perceived. But you also have to like. To complete the game, you have to buy all the accessories for the Switch 2. So it's like you got to spend like the game is $10, but then you got to spend like another $100 plus to buy like the camera and this and that just to do everything in the game. What the fuck?
Hello, Skylanders.
Basically, like what the hell, man? But no, I mean, like a lot of people, like I've seen go back and test out games. Like I've seen people go and immediately jump on Scarlet Violet for very justified reasons. I've definitely seen a good handful of people go check out Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity because of how bad that game ran. And with games, even the first Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, because it's like with those games, like their uncapped frame rate, which kind of screwed things over for the Switch 1, but now with the Switch 2, it's like, oh wow, the game can actually run steady. So I've seen a lot of that, but man, if that's what you're leaning on for your launch lineup, it's a launch lineup. I mean, me and John both got the Switch 2 for similar reasons. To go ahead and get it done.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Just to go ahead and get it done because we know we're going to want it for Pokemon Gen 10, for Pokemon Legends ZA,
it's like I was
whatever.
going to want it in a couple months anyway, so why not get it out of the way?
Yeah. I mean, that was basically my mindset. It also helps that I've been playing a lot of Switch recently with like 100 line. I got really hard into shiny hunting on Scarlet, which I'm going to have more fun with. I already got a couple shinies the other day. So I'm having fun with it.
I mean, that's kind of, I've been running around in Violet, and I'm like, maybe I'll just
find shiny.
It's like maybe it'll just be something where it's like, it's the evening time, throw a video up on my PC or something and just do a little shiny hunting.
Yeah, just have a good time. No, I mean overall the Switch 2 is actually, I mean it's pretty nice. I mean I like the console a lot. The battery is as advertised, where depending on the game that you're playing, it will eat through it because Christina, all she does is pretty much play handheld, and definitely seen that thing kind of get drained quite a bit. Her hopping on like Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, whatever, or Azuma, I think is actually how they pronounce it in the game. But I mean, overall, I mean, it's cool to go ahead and have it. Donkey Kong Bonanza next month, July 17th, is the next thing to really kind of get excited for it. But if you got the Switch 2, let me know your thoughts on what you think of it so far and just the future for it. I mean, overall, pretty solid. Can't wait to see what all is to come to GameCube. We already got the first little batch of stuff we know is coming. Fire Emblem should be right around the corner, which that's really exciting. But I'm just kind of curious how deep in that catalog they're going to go, because it's not a big catalog, but Lord have mercy, is that GameCube catalog amazing. There's a lot of great games in there, so I am looking forward to seeing what all they're going to do there, and just going to keep having fun with it. I know I'm going to be definitely playing some 100 line today, which doesn't really test the Switch 2 at all. I've been trying to avoid playing it because it's like, that's not going to show me anything new. You know what I mean?
Why? It's a fun game.
I mean, it is, but like I've been trying to avoid it because I've been wanting to actually test the Switch 2.
There's nothing there to test.
Yes, there's a lot of things to test. You gotta test the Switch 2. The battery, how well it performs handheld, how certain games play. There's a lot of things to test.
No,
Go get a Port of Crisis.
Oh, well, calm down. That is true. I should get all three. All three Crises on the Switch, brother.
Yes, they are.
I should get all three.
You got him over here talking about, oh, you got to test this, you got to test that. I'm like, I just been playing Pokemon.
That's testing the console because Pokemon ran like shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, after 30 seconds of playing it, you go, oh, it runs good now.
Dude,
that's your test.
Dude, the moment you get in and immediately just mount and you're like, oh my God, that was so quick. Oh my God, I'm moving around so fast.
I forgot every button imaginable on it. I played it for an hour and just figured out how to boost.
Right. I think the Switch 2 is cool. I also think the Switch 2 is cool. I'm glad that I have it. Go ahead and get it kind of knocked out, and get ready for Pokemon Legends ZA now. and whatever else is coming out, like a new 3D Mario, and obviously Donkey Kong, which I'm very excited for Donkey Kong next month. So
The new Mario Party.
oh God, yes, give me a new Mario. Although they got that new expansion to Jamboree, I'm just upset that it's all like camera and voice based. I'm like, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying all this stuff to play
I
that.
have plenty of time with the voice commands on the GameCube. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. I've done my part. All right, I've done my part with the voice stuff on the GameCube back in the day. Shout out to that. I'm not doing it again. So Jamboree TV, I will not be
Get
getting.
your gimmick game and have fun with it.
No, I am not getting the gimmick game because that means I have to get all the gimmick stuff, and I'm not getting the gimmick stuff.
Yeah, you'll just get the Piranha version of the camera and be happy
Okay.
about it.
All right. Actually, you're not too far off.
I know.
Because that is third party. That's Hori, so it's less, it's not as expensive, and it does look really cool. So I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty sick. I actually saw some people talk about the whole game chat thing. Apparently, it runs a lot better than you think it would. But it's one of those things that it really is for like a niche audience. You know what I mean? Because it's like there is appreciation to it where you can be playing it and like playing Mario Kart with your friends, and like someone like hits you with a blue shell or a red shell or whatever, and like you can see them laugh on the camera. There's appreciation to it, So like I'm glad it's there for the people that are going to use it. You know what I mean? Like that's going to be a great family thing. Family that don't live in the same state or in the same area. Like that's one of those things that, like, if that was there during the COVID era where Animal Crossing ran wild and everyone was playing it with family and friends and stuff, game chat would have been fire there. So I mean, I'm glad it's there. Probably will not be using it, but I'm glad it's there for everyone.